So Mukluk's approach, he just racks up the little skull, he thingies around him, and he then one thing that could be interesting, talk about Mukluk playstyle is that he quantifies himself as a very salty kind of playing. I guess that he likes to stack up a lot of bits, a lot of flashy combos. He likes to hurt the opponent, even if we didn't see it a lot tonight. But he really likes to just toy with his opponent in an emotional level. And that's what we like to observe here in your one-time, one-off, one-night only emotional aspect of Killer Instinct. One thing I've noticed on Mr. Sauce's playstyle as I was playing against him is that he really tends to observe his opponent more than Mukluk does. Mukluk has a really depth understanding of the mechanics of Killer Instinct, and he really practices his combo and technical execution. So that's really his strength. He's also really able to gauge which kind of reaction his opponent is gonna have. He won't read his opponent on a move-to-move basis, but he will more be able to bait his opponent into believing that, oh, you think you have a chance against me? Oh, that's great. So I'm just gonna counter and do counter breakers on your sorry ass. But Mr. Sauce's style, he more relies on the basic move, and I think it's sign of his more of a Street Fighter background that is showing here. Apparently, what the guy says are that Aganos is more of a Street Fighter kind of character. I mean, I guess he relies less on like fancy Killer Instinct-ish chaining of moves, and he's more of a blunt character. Maybe they just tell him that just so he will agree to play Killer Instinct with them. But I guess that's too much of a read on my level. I think again that's really interesting when you fight against him, because he really looks like nothing. He's very slow. When you play him, you know how much he's slow, but his move really have a great range, and it's really the kind of character that can surprise you when executed properly. Another thing that is surprising about Aganos is how much he can, like the little wall is built. Well, everybody knows how they work. If you stack a lot of wall and then you just punch the opponent through them, it's gonna do insane amount of damage. And the thing that is interesting about that is that Aganos may seems like a loser at first, but he can really turn the tide of the battle really fast. He only manages to land a correct power punch, or whatever the hell you want to call this lingo, I don't. If you land a nice punch like that and there's 3 walls aligned, you don't even have to perform any kind of combo, and you just stack about 60% damage out of it. So even when you think you have the upper hand on Aganos, he has a really high defense, he can sustain a lot of damage, and he can really come back with one single punch. So that's an interesting character on the emotional level, because as you watch the game, you think like the Aganos player, they have the lower end. Mukluk has one. Great. In our circle, we're used to that. So, but then again, if you watch an Aganos player, you may think he's on the losing edge in a match, but he can just come back in a single punch, and that can make some really interesting side in a tournament or just in a casual game. That's nice from the developer's part to have included a character that can create such strong emotional moments. in the game. So green glow thingy, blue skull, super fun to manage to get past it. I don't know if you use like a superpower to get past the power, but man, I guess you know more than I am. You know more than I do. I would like more luck to see him use more his little skull thingy that I could really enjoy. His skill level. I know that he tends to close his combo using them and just stack insane amount of bits in his combo using them, but I don't know, he knows what he's doing. I don't know. So let's observe. I was talking the last time I was on the mic about getting into community of a fighting game. I think it's a really interesting topic just to think about before really investing some time in a fighting game. As for me, I remember when I was a kid I played a lot of Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo, and I was playing a lot against the computer because I don't have a lot of friends. Okay. And either way, about that, I didn't really enjoy playing against other human player, because as we said before, you really have to find someone on the same skill level as you that have kind of a similar dedication to it. But even without that, if you find someone, you still have to have this instinct of the killer. I didn't win there, don't worry. You really have to be enjoying the competitive act of it, because as for me as a player, I like to be computer. I like to valorize myself in destroying challenges that have been like crafted for me to break, instead of breaking opponents that have been that have exactly the same purpose as me. So I don't have this desire to be better than my opponent. What I seek in the game is to share a positive moment with the people that I play with. So I don't really have this competitive instinct in me. And what happens is in the tournament situation, or as if I was making sure. Yeah, I'm already a pro. But in more competitive setups, I just tend to choke. I just lose like this quality of execution, and I don't try to kill my opponent as hard as I do when I'm on the losing side of the fence. So after all this rambling, Spinal won again, great. After all this rambling, if you really seek to get the most out of a fighting game, I think it has to be a team endeavor, and I think you can. You just have to start playing a game at the same time as your friends, and I think that way you'll always get that same skill level opponent that you apparently need to really get into the community. Otherwise, it's just gonna be you going online, and then what the hell am I thinking? It's just gonna be me getting online. Let's start at first person here. It's just gonna be me getting exploited by the good players, because there's an aspect of it like the skill player, not the super are pretty cool, but I've noticed that in some communities there are players that just encourage you to start playing, and then, oh yeah, good, come on, play with us, it's gonna be cool, and then they don't have the kindness of just giving you the time to learn and just be chill with you. They will be really willing to give you support and give you techniques if you really want to learn, but they will they will enjoy the moment when they will be able to kick your ass really really easily. So for fighting games, it's pretty cool because it's a free game. You don't have to invest more money. The Eye of the Tiger that they're gonna awaken you that will only bring you to invest more time into developing your skills. It won't ask you for anything monetary, like buying more gear to be more efficient, I guess. But then again, you have to consider the time you want to invest in that. It's kind of not only you have to invest a lot of time to improve your game, and then you have to invest a lot of time maintaining your game. And as for me, as I said before, I don't have the enjoyment into beating others. So this makes gaming for me more of a casual experience, and I won't get totally invested in it. So me not being totally invested in it will just make me drop the game before really get invested in it. So, if you want to be more hardcore about it, it's good for you. But the quote-unquote recent regain of popularity of fighting game that has been triggered by the release of the original Street Fighter 4 has been great for the fighting game genre. But since then there has been a lot of other fighting games. Just one that they place under the sun, and these kind of games they tend to really all multiplayer games really they tend to gather an audience that they won't share their pool of players. It means that if there's a lot of players playing Street Fighter 4, there won't necessarily be a lot of players playing Killer Instinct, because each Street 4 I guess each Street 4 player will want to invest more time into their favorite game. But that's just my thought about it. I guess that if you see that your skill level in lesser popular games is decent enough to be able to be competitive in tournaments, maybe you just do the switch there. It all boils down to what are you seeking out of your playing experiences, like good time with friends, developing a craft, or obtaining good results in tournaments. As for me, it's the first one. It's just what I enjoy doing is spending time with friends and talking shit and pretending to be a distant commentator. One thing I noticed about let's try to focus back on the actual match here. I guess it will interest you more since you are in a dedicated fighter lobby. One thing I've noticed about Mr. Sauce playstyle is that he tends to really use his grab more than the other players. Personally, I love the grabs. I think they are a pretty strong move. Some players think they're cheap. As for me, I just like that they give a little pause for me to just get my spirits back. You know that blocks are just a way to counter overblocking. Most people tend to abuse the blocking function. Oh, there's a bounce right there. 38% of damage. It's a pretty good hit. But the throwing moves are. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought.